All right, to get things started, this is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. For by it the elders obtain a good report. So, the first thing, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So, when you got faith in something, you really don't have no proof that it is going to work out, but you believe. That's your proof is your belief, right? Because there's no physical hard copy book that tell you, okay, this brother getting saved, that brother getting saved, his name is written right there. Of course you have the book that the elect names is written in, but you can't go to your corner store and buy that. You don't know if you in that book, right? You don't have a solidified piece of paper that say you gonna survive tomorrow. We got you good for no, we don't have that. But we have faith. Through faith, we understand the worlds were framed by the word of Yahweh, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. All right, by faith, we understand that the world was made by Yahweh because, it's in the book, it's written in a book, but you weren't there to see it yourself. So you don't have, if somebody was to be like, prove to me that the Lord made this universe, you don't have a video to show, okay, that's the Lord right there. He you see how he creating the grass. No, you don't have a hardcore video. We have the scriptures to believe on, right? Verse 14, by faith Abel offered unto Yahweh a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous. Yahweh testifying all his gifts, by it he being dead yet speaketh. All right, so Cain, through faith, his he just believed that his sacrifice would be better, right? That's how he just believed. He didn't have no tier list of what the Lord like more than, what I'm saying. He didn't have that. He just went with what he had, faith, and look how it went. By faith, Enoch was translated that he should not see death and was not found, because Yahweh has translated him. For before his translation, he had this testimony that he pleased Yahweh. And if I'm not mistaken, that story, Enoch, he was beamed up. He did not die. You know, he didn't die. He just was beamed up to the spiritual world. He never died. Right? And that was allowed because of his faith. Verse 6, but without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. All right, so yeah, you have the faith, and that's what's going to save you. It's not your works. It's not what you do, it's your faith. Now, someone who has faith is going to put in the works. You know what I'm saying? You're not, you're not going to be no, you're not going to be no, I believe, but you're not showing it. And someone with faith, they're gonna they're gonna show it for real. They're gonna show it. It's not gonna be no. It's not gonna be no elect member out there who's like, shit, I never did a video. I never read a scripture. I just believed in the Lord's name. No, it's not gonna be like that because you gotta show the works to prove thy faith, to show thyself approved. Scriptures say, study to show thyself approved. Right? Now, of course, all you need to survive is the Lord's name. That's true. I'm not saying you got to know 1,000 scriptures and you got to know a million breakdown. No, that's not true. Because we saved by faith, not by works. But what I'm getting at is someone who has faith is going to do the works just because of the faith they have. Because, someone who has faith going to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. And, it's laws that tell us to study, study to show ourselves approved. That's commandment. Go to the highways and byways and preach unto this people, commandments. The Lord telling us to do that, right? And if you have faith in the Lord, you believe what he said should be done. So that's that. It say, verse 7, by faith, Noah being warned of Yahweh of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to save of his house, by which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith. By faith, Abraham, when wait. All right, so with Noah, right? He had faith because look, it never had rained before, right? It never rained before, and here it is, the Lord telling him, look, I'm gonna make this water fall out the sky. It's gonna be a big ass. It's like it's gonna be a big flood, and it's like ooh, just imagine, hearing that it never rained before. It's easy to imagine now because it rains. I'm walking through snow right now, but it rains a lot. For him, it's like water. Okay, well, the Lord said it, and he hopped right on it. Like the building his ark, his boat on the middle of land, no water around it, and look what happened. Through his faith, he was saved. Everyone else drowned, dead, deceased, flatlined, because they did not hearken, did not believe. Verse 8: By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, obeyed, and he went out not knowing whither he went. Abraham, it's actually a lot of stories on Abraham, but it's particularly we're just gonna say that he's the father of um he's the forefather of Israel, right? So the things he went through, he had to have faith. He crossed through Egypt, and he went to Lot, and just everything. You got to read Abraham's story to really. I can't give you no roughly phrase of Abraham's story because it's not. You have to read it for yourself, right? Here it goes. Actually, about to get into it. By faith, he sojourned in the land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in the tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise. For he looked for a city which have foundations, whose builder and maker is Yahweh. All right. So he had faith that he would find a land, you know, for him and his own. And by the faith, he found it. You know, that took immense faith. Not to mention when he was had to sacrifice Isaac, and the Lord told him to stop. Come on, bro. That took faith, bro. Your firstborn son. He was ready to do it, like on go too. He wasn't about to hold back. The Lord said, "Do it." He was with his faith because he even in that he was like, the Lord could bring him back alive. You know, verse 11. Through faith, also Sarah herself received strength to conceive seed, and was delivered of a child when she went past age, because she judged him faithful who had promised. All right, so Sarah was like a more older woman in this time period, and when a woman gets so old, she can't have kids. She don't have no more eggs. And Sarah was past that day in her life. But she still conceived. How? Miracles of the Most High. But she believed what was said to her. She believed what was said to her, and through her faith, it happened. You know, that's how it works through the faith. You know. Hold on, Salaki. I'm just walking into the door real quick, switching shoes so we can keep this thing going. Feet don't be cold. Salaki, bear with me for a second. All right, we back at it. All right, it say, verse 13, these all died in faith, not receiving the promises, but having seen them afar off. They were persuaded of them and embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth. All right, and what it's telling you is these people that believe so hard, guess what? They died a long time ago, right? They never got to see the promised land of Israel, not in that life at least, but they believed it was soon to come. So through their faith, these things still happen. Guess what? They believe in the kingdom of heaven. We still haven't received that yet. So our faith is still, we still holding on to that, you know, to this day. So that's why when people, that's why we hold our faith strong, because through all of them stories, which one of them said, well, they doubted here and there? No. Which one of them said because the rest of the world? No, it didn't say none of this, nothing like that. Who cares what the rest of the world think? Fucking not Jonah, Noah was the only person who believed. I mean, he had his sons and their wives, you know, but the world was literally recreated through Noah. Everyone is the seed of Noah who's alive today. They're the seed of Noah. All right, well, I hope this is edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Kakadash, giving double honor to the apostle, elders, great millstone, peace and blessings to the brothers pushing their truth and sincerity, and abide with all. Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to you, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakal Kadash, giving double honor to the apostle, elders, great millstone, peace and blessings to the brothers pushing this truth and sincerity, and the Bob of Bull. All right, it's the brother Napash Kadash coming to you again with another lesson. All right, this time speaking on Hebrews, the 11th chapter. The 11th chapter of Hebrews is my favorite when in doubt chapter. When in doubt, I don't know what to do. I always think of this chapter, or I try to. When I'm in a distress moment, you don't know where to go. I just read this chapter, and I'll be like, hey, and I'm gonna read it to you, and I'm gonna show you these things that this chapter talk about is so calm and peaceful. It give you hope, right? Because that's what this whole chapter about. Actually, is about hope. It's about faith. It's about believing. All right. Because one thing you might have heard this in the world, they tell you, if you don't believe you could do it, you can't do it. Because to even try to attempt something, you got to actually believe that you can do it. If you don't think you can do it, you can't do it. And that's just how it works.